What's the new norm in Benidorm? This week we've sent one of the Sun's feature writers to check out what the future holds for the beach holiday. So what does a socially distanced beach break look like? And how will they keep their customers safe? And where can you find the best low season deals? We'll have all the answers on today's Sun Travel Show. Hi, I'm Lisa Minoff, but first things first, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more travel tips and tricks. Earlier this week, we sent the Sun's chief feature writer, Oliver Harvey, to sunny Spain to see what the new norm will be. I'm pleased to say we've got Oliver on the line. Hi, Oliver. So what's changed? Is it really a very different experience?
Well, Lisa, the Costas are open again, which is fantastic news for all sun worshippers, but it won't be quite the same holidays we remember from the past. The first time you'll notice that is you get to Benidorm, you go down to the beach, and instead of putting your beach towel down like we Brits traditionally have for years and years, they've divided the beach up there into 5,000 13-foot by 13-foot plots. You're allowed a maximum of 4 people in each square. They've even got a separate area for over 70s.
And what about the impact on the bars, pubs, clubs out there? I mean, they must have really taken a hit over the last few months.
Well, Lisa, there's new protocols at the bars and restaurants in Benidorm too. You're stopped at the entrance, and the first thing they do is spray your shoes with disinfectant. You hold them up and the waiter sprays them. Then he puts a dollop of sanitizer on your hands, and then you have your temperature taken, all before you sit down. So that's... It's reassuring, people are sitting on tables, so it's table service, you don't all cram at the bar. But also, you can still have a laugh and have a drink with your friends. I stayed at Benidorm's 4-star Los Alamos hotel, not too far from the seafront. When I arrived, I was greeted by mask-wearing reception staff, and they asked me to disinfect my hands. Then they handed you an indemnity form saying you must abide by social distancing, or basically they'll kick you out the hotel. Went up to the room, there's a sticker over the door and the lintel sealing it, basically saying room cleaned and sealed for your protection. So a bit of reassurance, no one's been in there touching stuff, it's been cleaned and it's waiting for you to check in. Next morning, as you got to the entrance for the breakfast room, your hands are sanitised by a member of staff who's wearing a mask. You keep your mask on. And then you form a queue for your breakfast, 1.5 metres apart, stickers on the floor. All you can eat buffet breakfast, which we've all loved from package holidays down the years, that is no more. You have to queue up and ask for your omelette or cereal to be prepared for you while you stand behind a screen, and then it's handed to you. Still got your mask on, and then you take your breakfast and your coffee to your table, and then the masks come off. So then you can finally... get on with consuming your lovely breakfast.
That's great, Oliver. Thanks very much and see you soon. We've received some great questions again this week, so thanks for sending them in. Now it's time to answer some of them. I've had an email from a reader who had a holiday to St Lucia in April that was obviously cancelled. The company that he booked with have given him a refund credit note, but he doesn't want that. He wants his money back, and at the moment they're refusing to do so. He's asking, as it was an ATOL, an ABTA protected holiday, shouldn't he have the right for his money back? And the answer is, of course, yes, you should have the right to your money back, and you do. Under the consumer laws, you are entitled to your money back. It's meant to be within 14 days, but obviously that's going to be a bit of a challenge when we've had this post-lockdown era. But of course, from now on, yes, you should be able to have your money back, and you should demand your money back. Another reader asks about booking a holiday abroad in May next year to celebrate their Ruby wedding anniversary. They'd love to book it, but they're worried about travel insurance and whether or not they would actually be covered should there be another spike in the coronavirus and their holiday is cancelled. Well, that's actually a really good question. What we have right now are policies, travel insurance policies coming onto the market that are covering people for coronavirus in terms of medical problems. So if you are abroad and you catch coronavirus, the policy will cover you medically. But right now there isn't many policies, in fact very few, that will cover you for cancellations in terms of coronavirus. What you have seen though is that there are plenty of holiday companies making sure that their terms and conditions are very flexible, so that people can book now confident that should there be another case of coronavirus next year, they'll be able to delay the holiday or get their money back. Are you fed up paying top dollar for your holiday? Well, next we're speaking to Low Season Traveller, who do precisely that, send you away out of high season, and there's great savings to be involved. Now we're going to talk to Jed Brown, who's founder of Low Season Traveller, and find out a little bit more about what they do. Hey Jed, can you give us a bit of an idea as to what your company's all about?
Yeah, we set up the company originally in 2018 to begin with as a method of really countering over-tourism, which we were starting to see prevalent in many parts of the world. And really, we wanted to focus on broadening out seasonality and showing people the wonderful experiences, as well as the great prices that you can have during the low seasons in each destination.
So, Jeb, what are the advantages of travelling in low season?
The advantages really are, first and foremost, you're traveling without the crowds, which in the days of social distancing is I think, going to be all the more prevalent. But also you do save a lot of money as well. The properties tend to be lower prices in the low seasons by up to 50% and sometimes beyond. And I think one of the other attractions is that you can really, mix with the local community in the destination because there are less tourists there.
Well, obviously, we've got to talk about the very large elephant in the room, coronavirus. I mean, can you see the low season being busier this year because of that?
Yeah. I think what we're seeing already is we know that the number of seats flying out of the UK to different holiday spots has dropped by as much as 90%. In June. It's starting to come back throughout the summer season, but none of those different destinations are going to be getting any tourists during the peak summer season in Europe this summer. So we're going to have to be able to travel during the low seasons. So I think destinations are going to need to promote themselves during the low seasons and what a great offering they've got. And there are some fabulous offers out there.
And what kind of savings can you expect to make if you book in low season?
You can save, really 50% and beyond huge savings. And I think that's, again, that's one of the real perks of low season travel.
We have got, the start of tourism coming back. Yeah. Where would you recommend to go in August, which is typically high season most places, but is there a low season anywhere in August?
Yeah, there is. I mean, if you're talking nearer to home, the likes of Madrid and Seville in Spain, they tend to have their low seasons then. For a number of reasons. Partly it's very warm then, so they're great destinations to be had. Then further afield, you've got parts of the Caribbean which are utterly wonderful at that time of the year. You will see a little bit of rain, but it's for about an hour or two in the evening, and the rest of the time is fine. That's your low seasons there. Same with parts of Thailand as well.
Thanks, Jed. It's been great talking to you.
Thanks a million to you, Lisa. Appreciate it. All the best.
Thanks to both our guests, and thank you for watching this week's show. If you have any questions you want answering, comment below. We'll see you next week on the Sun Travel Show.